I am sweating right now, but pardon me. See, after about 2 weeks of going back and front, I finally got my eBay account, reinstated, and now I can actually go ahead and list items. Guys, it wasn't a joke because I also made a video yesterday. I was a little bit frustrated. I wasn't know where the problem was coming from. I was simply trying to change my address, and for one reason or the other, perhaps from the way my address is, everything was kind of messed up, and for 2 weeks I was able to sell anything on the platform. But luckily today I finally was able to reach out to somebody on eBay, talk to them. Lady was very helpful, and in no distant time my account was up and running again. The first thing I did was to actually go ahead and list items that I didn't list for 2 weeks. No income, nothing was going out, nothing was coming in. It was a bad situation. I came now to the warehouse to try to take a look because for pretty much like 4 or 5 days I wasn't coming here because there was really no need. Since I cannot sell anything, I don't have items listed, I just stayed away, doing other things, making more videos, trying to put a new strategy in place to ensure that everything kind of works perfectly and seamlessly when I come back. And now I can gladly tell you guys that we are back to action. It's a beautiful thing. If you have a selling account on eBay, please, you want to keep it. You want to ensure that you do not have any break in transmission, because those little break in transmissions automatically means that you are going to be dealing with lost income. I know right now, perhaps some of my competitors would have been so happy. I'm just joking, but maybe not happy, but they would have, experienced some surge in their sales because a major competitor wasn't around for about 2 weeks. But now we are back. Hopefully I'm going to be showing you guys more behind the scenes of flipping laptops, selling computers for profit, the way it meant to be done. Of course, I see a lot of videos on this YouTube street, telling you all sort of stuff about flipping PCs, but at the end of the day, I flip PCs on eBay where everything kind of goes down. I keep saying that if you are not flipping your PCs, because I understand that there's many PC builders here on the platform, and for one strange reason which I still do not know, they tend to sell their PCs elsewhere. But if you are not flipping your PCs on eBay, you are leaving a lot of money on the table. I'm telling you from experience that spans over 10 years that eBay is where the action is. Of course, that is not to demarket my own website because I also sell on my website. But the thing is, flipping PCs for profit is a function of how much traffic you have. If you are selling your PC on a platform that nobody knows about you, you will not be able to generate the sales that you need to make it a full-time income. This is a beautiful area that you can actually be involved in, which is flipping used PCs, selling laptops, desktop PCs, monitors, phones, tablets, and stuff like that. It's a beautiful area that you can be involved in. But when the weather is so hot, today we have about 34 degrees, it would involve you to do a lot of work. Right now, I am in the warehouse. I have been trying to, move things, as you can see from my hands. I haven't washed my hands yet, but I am sweating. It's hot, 34 degrees outside, but I do not care because I know that it is part of the package, because there are still so many of you, even though I have been putting out a lot of videos to try to tell you that, look, it's a beautiful area to be in. You can make a lot of money. Like I'm telling you, a whole lot of money. But the thing is, it is not something that you can just come in and grab. It's not a money grab. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It is a full-time job, and I stand to be corrected sometimes. It's even more than a full-time job, because if I were in a full-time job, I don't think I'll be sweating like this. I would just be behind one computer with the AC blowing on me and getting good vibes from good music. But right here in the warehouse, we have to move stuff. We have to move broken PCs, broken laptops. We have to test them, make sure that they are in good working conditions. And when everything is ready, we go ahead, we list them on the platform. That is not the end of the game. When you list them and the items get sold, yes, you have to pack it up, make sure they're taken to the post office for their onward delivery to the person that has bought it. That is not even everything that you have to do. So many times, you also have to give a guarantee on those items, such that when the buyer reaches out to you, 6 months later and say, look, the hard drive on that PC has failed, you should also be a responsible seller to say, you know what, I gave you a 1-year guarantee. Don't worry, I am going to send you a new hard drive. Yes, it's called after sales service. You must be open to also render that kind of service to your buyers. If you only think that people are going to come to your shop and going to buy PCs from you and that's the end of the game, you better have to think again. It's a full-time job. You give after sales services, you give guarantees, and you offer returns, you offer refunds, and the list goes on and on and on. Of course, I'm not trying to scare you. It's also a beautiful area to be in. Sometimes you have very good transactions that see to it that you make a lot of profit from just doing a little work. Sometimes we get good pieces from companies. The pieces are already ready to go. They've been tested, they've been cleaned. You pretty much don't have to do anything but to go ahead and upgrade the SSDs or the RAM sticks, as the case may be. They are also decent transactions like that. And when the platform that you sell on also decides to give you a hard time like what just happened to me, yes, it's also part of the deal. You go through it, try to see how you can solve things and make things right. And as soon as you've done all that, you can begin to ball again. This is exactly what I'm going to be doing next week. Today is Saturday, pretty much gone, but I have items listed now. Hopefully we can still make some sales today. If not today, tomorrow possibly, because the items have been relisted. I understand that it might take about 24 hours for the item to be reindexed on the eBay platform. And as soon as that is done, people are going to be coming to my website, coming to my shop, because I have done what I have to do, which is the items have been well photographed, they've been well described, they are in good condition, the listing template speaks for itself. Whenever anybody comes around, they're going to take a look and say, look, we kind of imagine that this is a responsible seller. Let us go ahead and click on the buy it now button. And they click on it, chin, you hear that sound that makes you want to jump. And before you know it, eBay credits you about 450 euros, 350 euros, 250 euros, depending on the price of the items that you have listed. You're going to be doing that. You're going to be making mistakes. You're going to be picking yourself up from those mistakes. You're going to be trying again. You're going to be, making a manner of mistakes in the book. But do not be discouraged, because this is exactly what you need to become an experienced seller. I see all too often people just want to, come out, jumping, flying without having to make the mistake in the books, thinking that they can actually go ahead and pay a guru to give you the game. See, yes, a guru can actually do a lot, but I'm telling you, the best point that you learn to do this business is when you go out there, put yourself out there, make all the mistakes that is to be made. You learn a lot of valuable lessons by you buying a PC, trying to sell it and not be able to sell it, or you buying something and then selling at a loss, or you actually buying an item, you shipping it out, and the item gets lost on transit. Yes, these are some of the mistakes that you can possibly make. You can lose money, but believe me, it is not the end of the world. These mistakes are blessings in disguise. They are things that will ultimately make you a better seller. When I started many years ago, I pretty much made all the mistakes in the book. Even today, I am still learning. Now I know that if I have to change my address on eBay, I know the steps that I need to take to ensure that my seller account is not locked out for 2 weeks. 2 good weeks, I was locked out, and it wasn't fun. I lost a lot of money in the process. I lost a lot of energy in the process, because sometimes what it is, yesterday when I made this video, I was kind of melting down. If you saw that video, please, you can take a look at it here. I was already at the point where I was like, what's going on here? I was supposed to be leaving 2026, where things should naturally be very, very fast, but then we still have situations where, yes, you have to go through the eye of the needle just to get certain things done. But beautiful thing is that we are back again, back to action. Hopefully we can pick up from where we stopped and make things kind of work perfectly and seamlessly this time around. If you're not subscribed to the channel, get another humble plea. Go ahead and support your boy. Support this channel. This channel needs to grow. Click on the like button. Drop me a comment. Until I see you again in the next video. Peace out.